We're currently creating content to add to this channel, so please bear with us as we get that all taken care of. Today we're going to be doing a roughly 45-minute practice that I like to call Strong Flow. If you're unfamiliar with Strong Flow, it is a lot of slow flow, repetition, building strength in the muscles, kind of using yoga to mimic weight training. So we'll get started. If you just sit with the easy cross of the legs in Sukhasana, lift up through the center of the chest. Let the shoulders sink down away from the back of the head. You can allow the eyes to close or just soften the focus of the eyes and start to bring your attention to your breath. As you exhale, allow your shoulders to sink heavily down toward the ground. Let your elbows release toward the floor. Letting the muscles of the back sink down toward the back waist. Allow the abdomen to release down into the hips firm down into the ground. Softening the thigh muscles, the jaw. Allow the breath to expand in the abdomen and start to move up into the chest. After a few rounds of breath, tuning into where you're touching into the floor, feeling the support of the floor underneath you. Bringing the attention back to the breath. Seeing if you can find more space to release within the body with each exhale. With the next inhale, palms together at the center of the chest. Keeping the chest lifted as you exhale, allow the chin down toward the chest, face toward the hands. And then releasing the hands down to the knees as you inhale, lift the face and open the eyes. So start off warming up a little bit. So I'm going to have you come to hands and knees on the mat. Setting up like you would for downward facing dog. So heels of the hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And you release down into the knuckles of your fingers, grounding into the floor. With the next exhale, chin toward the chest, rounding the back, tucking the tailbone. As you inhale, release the abdomen, lift the sitting bones, lift the face. Let the ribs drop toward the floor. And just keep going back and forth. Simple cat-cow pose to warm up the spine, the shoulders, the hips. And now after the next cat pose, after you round your back toward the ceiling, we'll come back to a neutral spine. And from here, pressing back to downward dog. Hips up, thighs lifting back, let your head hang down toward the ground. Softening the jaw, the neck. If you'd like, you can walk the dog, pedaling the legs back and forth to stretch the calves a bit more. So what we're going to be working on today is going to be just overall strengthening throughout the entire body. So if you're kind of jonesing for a full body workout, this would definitely be the practice to do. So after you walk the dog a few times, then just sinking the heels down toward the ground. Coming back to your breath, then pressing the top of the mat away from you with your arms. Pressing the heels toward the floor, but soften the shoulder blades, let your head hang. With the next inhale, bring the right leg up toward the ceiling, stretching through that heel. As you exhale, right foot's going to come forward to the outside of your right hand. So coming into a lunge with your right foot off the mat or to the outside of your hand. Lift forward through the center of the chest and reach through your left heel. As you exhale, sitting the hips down toward the ground. Now we're going to inhale and bring the right arm up toward the ceiling, opening the chest up toward the right thigh. You can look up towards your top thumb. Take a few breaths here. With the next inhale, reaching the right arm alongside the ear, bring that hand to the mat. I'm going to inhale back to three-leg dog, taking that right leg up, and then put that foot down, reestablishing your downward dog. And then left leg comes up as you inhale, reaching through that heel, let your right heel extend down toward the mat. And then step the left foot forward to the outside of the left hand, moving into a lunge. Reaching through the right leg out through the center of the chest, sitting the hips toward the floor. And with the next inhale, left arm going up toward the ceiling, opening the chest up toward your left thigh, and looking toward your left thumb. With the next inhale, left arm alongside the ear, bring that hand down to the mat, and we'll inhale back to three-leg dog again, and then put that foot down, reestablishing down dog. Take a few breaths in down dog. With the next inhale, we'll come forward to plank. So keeping the abdomen lifting in, thigh muscles are strong, reaching through the heels and out through the crown of the head. Taking a few breaths here. With the next inhale, come forward slightly, and then exhale and push back to down dog again. With the next inhale, right leg coming up toward the ceiling, pressing through that heel. As you exhale, right foot to the outside of the right hand again, coming back to that lunge. From here, as you inhale, taking the right arm up toward the ceiling, opening the chest towards your right thigh. And again, you can look toward your right thumb. If you'd like, turning the palm toward the back of the room, drop that arm across your back waist, roll the top shoulder back, then pressing the shoulder blade away from the back of the head. And with the next inhale then, bringing that arm up and over, hand to the floor, and stepping back to three-leg dog. Put that foot down, reestablishing a downward dog. Next inhale, left leg up, then bring that foot forward to the outside of your left hand. Again, as you inhale, the left arm up, open the chest up to the left. If you'd like, dropping the arm across the back waist, shoulder blades down, rolling the chest open a little bit more. And then inhaling that arm up and over, hand to the mat, and we'll step back to three-leg dog, and put that foot down. From here again, we'll inhale forward to plank. If you come forward slightly out in front of your fingertips, on an exhale, elbows tucked toward the sides of the body, we're going to descend all the way down to the ground through Chaturanga. And then reach back through the legs, elbows in, lift the chest up, coming to low cobra. Think shoulder blades down the back, elbows hugging into the rib cage, reaching strongly through the legs. After a few breaths, if you feel up to it, lifting the chest up in cobra pose, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. You can lift the face and look toward the ceiling. With the next exhale, we'll release back down. Tuck the toes, we're going to press up to plank, and then back to down dog. With the next inhale, come up onto your toes. And we're going to roll forward, rounding the back like you would in cat pose, and come through to upward dog, staying up on the toes. As you exhale, chin toward the chest, rounding through the body, rolling like a wave through the spine, into downward dog. And we'll do that 3 times. So this would be round 2. Rolling forward, think a wave traveling through the body, bringing you into upward dog, and then chin toward the chest, exhaling, waving through the body again to downward dog. And one more time, rolling forward into upward dog, and then rolling back to downward dog. With the next inhale, coming forward to plank. We're going to come forward slightly, and again, Chaturanga, all the way down to the mat. Hands stay where they are, elbows in, and again, lifting to low cobra. If you'd like, coming up to full cobra. Reaching back through your legs. With the next exhale, releasing back down. And you're going to press up to plank or hands and knees. Come back to plank. We'll come back to downward dog again. From here, we're going to add a little bit more non-traditional yoga. So some strange movement here. So as you inhale, coming up onto your toes, you're going to roll forward again.
coming through into upward dog. Now as you exhale, chin toward the chest, rolling back. But when you come into downward dog, bending your knees, bringing them down to about an inch above the floor. And then we'll inhale back up, rolling forward. Exhaling, rolling back, way up with the hips, and then sitting the hips down toward the heels. Coming back up, rolling forward again, up dog, rolling back, through down dog, and then sitting down toward the heels. Alright, so then from here, if you walk the feet forward slightly, we're just going to hover the knees above the floor for a second. And we'll hang out here, opening up the space between the shoulder blades. And then from here, you can press back, walking the hands back to come into Uttanasana, standing forward bend. And then we'll inhale all the way up, palms together and hands down to the center of the chest, and come forward toward the top of the mat. Most of this practice is going to go off of sun salutations, so if you're familiar with sun salutations, you should be able to flow through this pretty easily. So we come to Tadasana, into mountain pose. Standing at the top of the mat, grounding into the feet, chest is open, face lifted. With the next inhale, arms up. As you exhale, forward bend. Inhale out through the center of your chest, and exhale, taking the feet back to plank. From plank, we'll come forward, Chaturanga. Inhale into upward dog, and we'll exhale, going back to down dog. And from down dog, as you inhale, right leg up. Exhale that foot forward, between your hands, we're going to lift up to Crescent Pose. Left leg is strong, hips coming down toward the ground so your front thigh is close to parallel. Arms up over the shoulders or out to the sides like this. So hang out here for a few breaths. With the next inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach forward and down. And we'll inhale back to three-leg dog. Exhale and put that foot down. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, that foot forward. And we'll inhale up to Crescent Pose. Right leg is strong, sitting down toward the ground so your left thigh is close to parallel with the ground. Chest stays lifted up. Again, arms can be up or out to the sides. And with the next exhale, reach forward and down. And we'll inhale back to three-leg dog. Put that foot down. And then from here, you can bring the feet forward between the hands, Uttanasana. Inhale all the way up to standing, palms together, hands down to the center of the chest, coming back to Tadasana. We'll keep progressively building on this sequence. So as you inhale, arms up, exhale, forward bend, lift out through the chest, and exhale, feet back to plank. For plank, Chaturanga, inhale, upward dog, exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg up, and then exhale that right foot forward. From here, we're going to lift up again to Crescent Pose. As you exhale, sitting the hips down toward the ground, keeping the left leg strong. So if you think of sinking into your right heel, with the next inhale, pull with that heel to slide forward, and then press to exhale back. And inhale, pulling forward, and exhale, pressing back. And one more time, pulling forward and pressing back. Reach forward and down. Back to three-leg dog. Put that foot down. With the next inhale, left leg up. Exhale that foot forward. And again, lifting to Crescent Pose. Sinking the hips toward the floor. Right leg is strong. Sink into your left heel. As you inhale, pull forward. As you exhale, push back. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, push back. Inhale, pulling forward again. Exhale, pressing back. And then hands forward and down. Back to three-leg dog. Put that foot down. From here, then jumping and stepping your feet forward. Forward bend. We'll inhale all the way up to standing. Palms together. Hands to the center of the chest. So coming back to Uttanasana. And you're going to release the arms down then. With the next inhale, bring the arms up. So if you think of drawing your abdomen back toward your spine here, then kind of vacuuming all of that in. Thigh muscles are strong, reaching down to the feet. Without coming forward too much, try to lift straight up onto the ball mounds of the feet. So getting the calves involved. We'll take a few breaths here. Try to lift up away from the floor as much as possible. As you exhale, sink the heels to the mat. We're going to sit back in Utkatasana, fierce pose. So reaching the shoulder blades down, sitting bones moving back and down. With the next inhale, all the way up to standing. As you exhale, then coming forward, Uttanasana. Inhale out through the chest. Exhale, feet back to plank. Take an inhale here, coming forward slightly, elbows back, exhaling through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg up again. Exhale, that foot forward. From here, we're going to lift up to Crescent Pose. From Crescent Pose, as you exhale, lean forward over your right leg. You can bring your arms back alongside the body like this if you like. Grounding into that right foot, lifting through the center of the chest. With the next inhale, arms and chest lift. Sit the hips toward the floor. Inhaling, pull with your right heel. Exhaling, push with your right heel, sliding forward and backward. With the breath, we're going to do that 3 times again. And then reaching the hands forward and down. Step back to plank. And then we'll go through Chaturanga, upward dog, back to down dog again. And then inhale your left leg up. Bring that foot forward. And we'll lift up to Crescent. From Crescent Pose again, if you like, arms down, or you can keep the arms up, leaning out over that front leg. Releasing down into your left foot, right leg stays strong. With the next inhale, lifting back up. And sinking into that front foot, pull with the heel as you inhale, push with the heel as you exhale. 3 times. Moving forward and backward. And then taking the arms forward and down. We'll step back to plank. Again, Chaturanga, upward dog, and then exhaling back to down dog. And from here, feet come forward. Go to half forward bend, then full forward bend. Inhale all the way up, palms together, hands to the center of the chest. Release the arms down. And taking a moment here, release down into your feet, keep the legs strong. Shoulders up toward the ears and the back, and let them release away from the ears. With the next inhale, arms up. Exhale, reach down into your feet, thighs strong. Next inhale again, lift up onto the toes. Think bringing the front of your ankles forward toward the top of your mat. Then as slowly and as controlled as possible, release the heels back down. And we'll sit back in Utkatasana again. While you're here in Utkatasana, press into your feet. Act like you're trying to press them away from each other out to the side so you feel the outsides of the thighs and the hips burning. And we'll maintain that effort in the legs. As we come back up to standing, still pushing the feet away from each other, come to Uttanasana, to standing forward bend. So then from standing forward bend, still maintaining, dragging the feet away from each other as you inhale, lift out through the chest. And then exhale, taking the feet back to plank. So we'll come into plank. As you inhale, come forward slightly. We'll go through Chaturanga. Think elbows hugging in, and we're going to descend down through a few rounds of breath. So exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, and then finally inhale into up dog. And then exhale, back to down dog. With the next inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, left foot forward. We'll inhale up to Crescent Pose again. Sinking into the front heel, sinking the hips toward the ground. With the next exhale, reach forward over your right leg. Really grounding into that right foot. With the next inhale, we'll step forward, all the way into the right foot. Left leg comes up, Virabhadrasana 3. Extending out through the fingertips, back through the heel. Again, if it feels better, arms can go back alongside the body, or palms together at the center of the chest. With the next exhale, step down, Crescent Pose. And again, releasing into that front heel. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Keeping the thighs skimming along, parallel to the floor. With the next exhale, hands come down. Back to plank again. From plank, exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And now left leg up. And bring that foot forward. Lifting up to crescent again. Lowering the chest out over the left leg. Step the right foot in. All the way into your left foot. And then coming to warrior 3. Again, arms forward, out to the sides, alongside the body. Or palms together at the center of the chest. Thigh muscles staying active. Reaching strong with that back heel and out through the chest. With the next exhale, touching the right foot down. Crescent Pose again. Sinking into your front heel. Pulling forward. Pressing back. Pulling forward. Pressing back. One more time, pulling forward. One more time, pressing back. And then hands down. Back to plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog. And then back to down dog. And from down dog, feet forward, half forward bend. As you exhale, release the full forward bend. We'll inhale out to the chest again. As you exhale, sit the hips back and down. And I'll take the arms alongside the ears and lift the chest away from the thighs. Back to Utkatasana. And then all the way up to standing. Lift up onto your toes. And then sink the heels down. Coming back to Tadasana. So we'll keep adding more. If at any point you feel like you need to get rid of the sun salutations, the planks and chaturangas, feel free to do that. And just focus on the work. So coming back to Tadasana. Lifting up through the center of the chest. Shoulders back and down, legs active. Again, pressing the feet down and away. So you feel the outsides of the thighs. And as you inhale, arms up. And we'll exhale, Utkatasana, maintaining that effort of pressing the feet away from each other. With the next inhale coming up, again, lift up onto your toes. From here, sink the heels slowly down to the mat. We're going to sit back in Utkatasana again. With the next inhale, all the way up to standing. Exhale, forward bend. Lift out to the center of your chest. And then take the feet back to plank. When you come into plank, engage the thighs and the abdomen. Press the hands into the mat and squeeze the hands toward each other. Like you're trying to pull the mat together at the center. Keep that effort as you come forward and descend through Chaturanga. Take your time. And then lifting it to upward dog, you can release that effort of squeezing the hands toward each other. And exhale back to down dog. In down dog, sinking into your hands. Act like you're trying to tear the mat in half between your hands. Just feeling that effort in your shoulders and in your upper back. Not too much effort. And then back to neutral. As you inhale, right leg up. Exhale, left foot forward. And again, we'll lift up to Crescent Pose. From here, we're going to lower the chest forward. Step forward to Warrior 3. And now if you bring your arms down toward the ground. This standing leg, let that soften a little bit. So let the knee bend. Bringing your awareness into the posterior chain of your leg. As you inhale, you're going to dip the upper body down toward the floor, kick that back heel toward the ceiling to touch the floor. And then exhale, pulling with the back of the leg to come back to neutral. Inhaling down, touch the floor if possible. Exhale, pull with the calves and the glutes and the hamstrings back to neutral. One more time. And then pulling back to neutral. As you inhale, arms forward. Exhale, step down, crescent pose. Sinking the hips toward the mat again. Pulling with that front heel to slide forward. Pushing with that front heel to move back. 3 times. And then hands come down to the mat. Step back to plank. So again, pressing into your hands, squeeze the hands toward each other. Come forward. Keep that effort as you descend down through Chaturanga. You can release it as you come into up dog. And back to down dog again. Actively try to tear the mat in half. And now left leg up. Bring that foot forward. And lifting up to crescent pose. Again, lowering out over that left leg. Step forward to warrior 3. Arms down. Think you're reaching out to pick something up off the floor. Let this left knee bend a little bit. Right leg stays strong. Inhaling, chest comes down, leg up. Exhale, pull with the back of the leg to come back to neutral. And inhale, coming back down. Exhale, pulling to come back up. Inhaling, coming back down. Exhaling, pulling back up. And then inhale the arms forward. Exhale the back foot down, crescent pose. And then pulling with that front heel. And pushing with that front heel. 2 more times. And then reach forward and down. Back to plank again. Now if you press the hands down again, squeeze toward each other. Chaturanga. Into up dog. Back to down dog. And from here, feet forward. Ardha Uttanasana, half forward bend. Uttanasana, forward bend. We'll lift out. Sit the hips down again. Squeeze the feet away from each other. And then inhale, Utkatasana. Fierce pose, and then come all the way up to standing. Reach up onto the toes. And then sink the heels down. Namaskar. So with the variation of warrior 3 here, if you're at home and you have some light dumbbells, you can use that to add a little bit of extra effort, reaching out and pick up that dumbbell. While you're doing the crescent lunges, you can hold dumbbells in your hands if you have them. Otherwise, just this is fine. I'm sweating, so it's good. So coming to Tadasana, we're going to repeat that one more time, and then we'll move on to upper body, more upper body. So coming to Tadasana, as you inhale, arms up. Exhale and reach into your legs. Inhale, lifting up onto your toes again. Take a few breaths here. Keep working to lift the front of the ankles forward a bit more to engage the calves. As you exhale, sink the heels. Sit back in Utkatasana. With the next inhale, all the way up. And exhale, you can bring the arms down. We're going to take the feet away from each other to about hip distance. So again, arms up. Now instead of pressing the feet away from each other, think squeezing the legs in toward the center line of the mat. So feeling the inner thigh muscles activate. And from here, keeping that effort, sitting back in Utkatasana. Keep squeezing the feet toward each other. With the next inhale, all the way up. Keeping that effort, lift up onto your toes. And we'll sink the heels back down. Uttanasana. You can let go of the legs. Inhale out to the center of the chest. Exhale, taking the feet back to plank. So now instead of squeezing the hands toward each other, press them away from each other out to the sides and go through Chaturanga. And then inhale, up dog. And exhale, down dog. As you inhale, right leg up. Exhale, that foot forward. Lift up to Crescent Pose as you inhale. Exhale, leaning out over your right leg. Inhale, forward, warrior three, arms down. Now as you inhale, let this knee bend a little bit. Reach toward the floor. Exhale, pull with the hamstrings and the glutes and the calves back to neutral. Inhale, down. Exhale, pulling with the back of the leg to come back to neutral. Inhale, down. Exhale, coming back to neutral. We'll do 4 this time, so inhale, down. Exhale, back to neutral. And then reaching back through that back leg, step down. Crescent Pose. Sinking the hips toward the mat. Inhale, pulling forward. Exhale, pushing back. Inhale, pulling forward. Exhale, pushing back. Inhale, pulling forward. Exhale, pushing back. One more, inhale, forward. Exhale, back. And then hands down. Back to plank. Again, pressing the hands away from each other out to the sides. Chaturanga. Upward dog. And then back to down dog. And then left leg up. Bring the left foot forward. And we'll come up to Crescent Pose. As you exhale, lower out over your left leg. Inhale forward, warrior three. Let your left knee bend a little bit. Arms down. As you inhale, descend down toward the ground. Exhale, pulling with the back of the leg. Inhale, down. Exhale, pull with the back of the leg. Inhale, down. Pull with the back of the leg again one more time. Inhaling down. Pulling with the back of the leg. Arms forward. Step down. Crescent Pose. Sinking into your left heel, pull forward. Push back. Pull forward. Push back. Pull forward. Push back. One more time. Coming forward. Pressing back. And then hands down. Back to plank again. Press the hands away from each other. Come forward. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And then from here, bringing the feet forward. Uttanasana. All the way up to standing. Palms together. Namaskar. And coming back to Tadasana. So sinking into your feet. You stand with your feet about hip distance, so hip joints, knee joints, ankle joints all stacked. Lift up to the chest, shoulders back. Let them relax off the ears. And take some time here just to sink into the feet and get the body balanced from right to left before we move on to upper body. We're just going to do a little bit of upper body and then we'll do some relaxation. So, come to Tadasana. Shoulder blades moving down the back. With the next inhale, arms up. Well, exhale, forward bend. Lift out through the center of your chest. As you exhale, feet go back to plank. From here, we're going to come forward slightly. Squeeze the hands toward each other again. Chaturanga. And from here, we're going to push right back up to plank. Doing that one time. Again, coming down. Pressing back up. If you have the shoulder capacity, descending all the way down, touch your chest, and then push back up. If you want some extra challenge and you have blocks at home, you can put your hands up on blocks. And now from here, we're going to push back to down dog. We'll come back to that in a second. What we're going to do next is we're going to do dive bombers. For those of you into fitness, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So you're going to look forward between your hands as you inhale, aiming your chest toward that space between your thumbs. So bending the elbows, aim your chest toward that space, scooping down, and then forward, upward dog. As you exhale, back toward the ground with the chest, push yourself through to down dog. Okay, so think like you're scooping underneath the fence. So as you inhale, coming forward, down, and then up, and then down, back, and up. We'll do that one more time. Inhaling forward, down, and up. Exhaling down, back, and up. All right. Then from here, as you inhale, go forward to plank. Squeezing the hands toward each other will come forward and descending down through a few rounds of breath. Slowly coming down to the ground, all the way down. Take a moment at the bottom, give yourself a rest. And then tuck the toes, elbows in, push through your heels, knees and thighs come up, hips come up, abdomen up, and then push your chest away from the floor back to plank. And we'll come back to down dog. Okay, from here, you can come down to hands and knees. I'm just going to explain this to you really quickly so you can watch, and then we'll try it doing dolphin push-ups. So, dolphin pose is down dog on your forearms, like so. Dolphin push-ups, I'm going to look toward my thumbs, and I'm going to press up to plank, and then exhale and drop my elbows back down. And then press up to plank, and then drop my elbows back down. So while you're doing this, really think of keeping your elbows in and lifting the elbows at the same time. So you're not popping one up and then the other one, dropping one down and dropping the other. Because that will lead to shoulder and elbow issues. So do the best you can to control it. So we'll come to dolphin pose. And then from here, pressing into the palms of the hands, lift the insides of the elbows forward and up. And then we'll exhale, elbows come down. And again, elbows forward and up. And then exhale, coming back down. One more time, up. And then coming back down. And then you can come down to the knees. Sit back, give yourself a rest for a second here. All right, so we'll come forward to hands and knees again. Bring the knees up. We'll do crocodile. So you can come down through Chaturanga. Hover. As you inhale, come forward. Exhale and push back. Inhale, forward. Exhale and push back. One more time forward. One more time back. And then push back up to plank. We'll come into downward dog. As you inhale, coming forward to plank. And again, slow descent through Chaturanga, coming all the way down to the ground. Okay, and you can lift up, hands and knees, and then have a seat on the mat. Okay, so from here, coming to Sukhasana. So what I'm going to have you do, bring your palms together, elbows together. Keep squeezing the elbows toward each other. Shoulder blades stay down. And as you inhale, keeping the elbows together as long as you can. Bringing the arms up, but keeping the shoulders down. When the elbows come away from each other, bring the arms up and around. And then palms together again. Do that one more time. Arms up, elbows together. And then bringing the elbows up and shoulders down. And then bringing that around. And you can rest the hands on the knees for a second here. So any of the things that I showed you, you can add reps to it if you'd like. You can figure out a way to add some weight using dumbbells if you like. Otherwise, you can just do this as a one-shot meal. So if you'd like, then facing toward the narrow end of the mat, we're going to go right into relaxation. So you can recline back if you'd like. If you want to stay seated, then you can stay seated. I'd recommend laying down though. So you can lay back on your mat and just sink into the ground. You can allow your eyes to soften and close. Wherever you're touching down into the ground, have the sense that you're releasing into that support. Allowing the muscles to unravel and release. Allowing the breath to move into the abdomen and up into the chest. With each exhale, allowing yourself to sink more completely into the support of the floor,
letting go of the shoulders, the hips, jaw muscles. Tuning into the physical sensation of the breath. After a few more rounds of breath, see if you can allow yourself to release a little more deeply. Like deeper parts of the hips unravel, deeper parts of the shoulders and the upper back releasing. Letting the abdominal organs sink toward the floor. Allowing the tongue to release on the soft palate. Muscles around your eyes releasing. Coming back to the breath. Allow the body to stay relaxed on the floor, but slowly start to follow your inhales back. So becoming more aware of your body, more present in your body, more present in the space around you. As you exhale, moving the fingers and toes to bring yourself completely back. Resting the hands on the abdomen, bend the knees and bring the feet to the floor. And slowly turning onto your right side. Taking the last few moments to just enjoy the fact that you have nothing that you have to do in this exact moment. And when you're ready, then slowly coming up to seated. Sitting with an easy cross of the legs, bring the palms together at the center of the chest. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be loved. Namaste. All right, thank you all for joining us. Keep checking back for more content. If you'd like, this is a donation-based class. There will be a few links at the bottom that you can click on. You can make a donation either to the studio or to me. Either way is fine. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you again soon.